Welcome back. We're having our second conversation this morning, and if you know the Rotary, you know they're all about supporting the community.
Yes.
But of course, we're here in Sally talking about some big giveaways as well. Of course, you can support the community, and you can also win an entire vehicle. We have here with us some members from the Rotary to talk to us about that. Norika Gamero, and she is the Public Relations Officer with the Rotary, as well as Douglas Hyde, and also no stranger to us here at OYE, but this morning speaking about being a member of the Rotary. Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome.
Thank you.
Also, welcome to OYE Escapes, if you're wondering why we have you guys here on vacation so early this morning. But yeah, we're here to talk about the latest fundraiser from the Rotary. Let's get a bit of an overview of what's taking place over there with the Rotary so far.
Well, let me start with part of our history. Rotary Club in Belize, one of the oldest clubs. We've been around from 1957, so 67 years. Over 50 to 60 members active. There's a Rotary structure club almost over the whole country. And I must say that we've been really doing what the international club structure have been saying, with giving service to people, those, of course, who are not fortunate. And every time you hear Rotary, you identify with something that we've been doing. And we have 9 flagship programs that we've been working with, and I think a lot of people know some of them, whether it be the Gift of Life program,
yes,
where we try to work with our young people in terms of their heart disease or stuff like that. The playground, we're very much getting around with the schools, helping schools, giving more leisure time to the students, playing, having fun. The wheelchair program, we've helped over 260 persons when it comes to wheelchairs, and we continue to push that. Our feeding program, where we work with some of the schools, both on north side and south side, and that has been becoming a real support from us to them. We have a disaster program, so we kick in, whether it be flood, whether it be hurricanes, we assist in that. And like I said, the Rotary is about persons, whether business owners, community leaders, professionals coming together in the whole objective of service to people. I'm a proud Rotarian for the last 2 years, inducted, but from 2015, I was involved in different activities with them, specifically the youth mentorship program that came through the police department. And Jim Scott was the person who introduced me to Rotary, and Rotary itself identified to me as a club that bring people together who have that objective and goals to serve their community, to serve their people, and that falls with what I do. So immediately I started to visit more, to listen more, and to be part of what Rotary have been doing. And believe me, has been a lot.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, and even as the flyer displayed, when you purchase one of these tickets, you're supporting the list that you mentioned there, and of course many more. Let's get you in the conversation, Noriko, and talk about what exactly the Rotary is expecting to do during the summertime. Do you have anything special in the works coming up?
Yeah, so the Rotary Club of Belize is one of the many clubs within our district, right? We have a Rotary year that starts July to June. So our incoming president, Mr. Gustavo Garcia, will be starting. So when he gets inducted, then kind of like that new year of projects and goals get started again. So we're really kind of going towards the end of wrapping up. And you might know this is our 3rd truck for this Rotary year. Really just amazing, because 100% of what is received goes back into these projects. So this doesn't go to any Rotary Club fellowship or meetings, our dues pays for that. So anything that's donated, every $100 from that raffle ticket goes directly back into many of these amazing causes that we do. So we have more feeding programs coming up for the year. We have more homes that we built for the Home Sweet Home. So in the Home Sweet Home, we have 9 homes that home, I think, 7 moms and over 20 kids that were otherwise in very dire situations. So, we always accepting offers and donations from the community, which made one of our feeding programs be able to expand, because we usually do 3 programs for 3 schools for the year. And a business member from Spanish Lookout heard of what we were doing, and they said, well, can we pick another school? And we said, yes. So we do the walkthrough, we do the research, we make sure that the money is going properly towards the cause and benefiting the people that it's supposed to benefit at the end of the day.
I see you guys also have scholarships that you do as well, and we just spoke about graduation season. I know there are also a lot of young people that might be thinking of furthering their education as well, so I'm sure purchasing a ticket can contribute to other students getting that opportunity to further their education.
And that's a program that we're expanding likewise to, I think it's 15 students now under the Rotary Club that we're assisting at high school level.
High school level, we do 70% of the tuition.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's good. Again, it's something that we saw the need, and we are assisting students, of course, who need it, and it's working very, very well. That's why this itself is a great initiative for Truck Raffle, expanding and looking at ways that we can improve our programs.
Talk to us about the vehicle that will be raffled. I'm certain our viewers at home are watching this Ford Ranger and are wondering what's in it for them other than this particular $100 ticket.
Well, it's a brand new Ford Ranger 4x4 diesel, 4-cylinder, beautiful vehicle. With,
2024.
2024, with all the accessories that basically you need in the vehicle. But along with that, I mean, having a brand new vehicle is the experience you get to share with Rotary. And I think over the years being around, I've heard how persons say it's not just for the truck, it's what the Rotary stands for, working with communities, working with people. So yes, I get to show off a brand new vehicle and stuff, but the cause is very huge, and that we want to continue to push that. We have 1,000 tickets, so you have a good chance of winning. And so we encourage persons to purchase a ticket from our Rotary members, get contact with them, and then also we have DJ Wallet on board with us now. So you can also go on that app and visit the ticket section there, the games, and basically purchase your ticket there. How that will work, there's a whole explanation there that your ticket will be fair just as you go face to face with someone too. And so we're excited, as my colleague mentioned, that we are doing this truck raffle, and we're encouraging persons to support in terms of this brand new truck. And believe me, there has been no complaints over the years. You win your truck today, more likely to get it tomorrow and next couple of weeks.
Well, one of the things that we do is we get duty exemptions on the vehicle. And so the winner, if they want to resell the vehicle, then the person would then have to pay the duties. We also work alongside BEC, so if the person, let's say, wants to upgrade the vehicle or maybe wants a different color, that's also a possibility. So, we've been doing this for over 16 years of raffling trucks. It's kind of what our club is known for fundraising.
Yes.
So I think we've mastered it by now. And we added the Wallet this year, which was an amazing partnership because, people like the ease of getting their ticket immediately. And the WhatsApps are pretty good too. But, people are accustomed to having that transaction be measured. So we have both options. We have very, very few tickets left.
1,000 tickets only was the amount that you guys were deciding to sell.
Yes, and we usually do sell out before June 16th. So, today might just be that winning ticket that you get.
Yeah. I want to touch on some of the people that would have won the vehicles in the past. I think the most recent one was just a few months ago. Was it late last year? December, yes. That was supposed to be me, but it's okay.
We all had dibs on it.
But who are the people that win these trucks?
Yeah. I mean, we have so many stories. Like, it really is such a transparent process, right? That there's an auditor that comes in on the day of, and he counts to make sure all 1,000 stubs are in there.
Yeah.
If for whatever reason someone didn't get their stub in, that person would be refunded for pure fairness, right? And so that process of getting the tickets into the barrel gives everyone a fair chance. We spin it, we turn it. The first person is the winner of the truck. And the people that have won have been people that have like from villages or people that have been families or relatives of people that have been impacted from these, you know, programs. And they say, you know, this might be my last $100 and this is what I'm going to do to help this, you know, amazing club. And, you know, it's just so amazing to see these same people be the winners. I mean, sometimes we have some of our own Rotarian families that are winning. So it's just such a wide array. I mean, 16 years, doing at least 2 trucks per year. This year we did 3.
Yeah.
So the stories are amazing.
What's the value of this truck that we are raffling here? I mean, it's a 2024, but what does the value look like?
I think it was that 60
$60,000 to $70,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you can literally win that
With
just for $100.
Yes.
Because there are some people that have look like that. They just need one ticket in, you know.
Let's step back a bit though. So you have certain projects that you carry through for the better part of the year. The Gift of Life has been a staple, or a
Yes.
fixture, so to speak. Is there any other project that the Belizean public can look forward to that's in the pipeline that will either come when the new president is installed, or plans that you've already made that you will implement going forward?
Yeah. I mean, we have the Rachel program, right?
Yeah,
I think that's
the
one of
literacy
the
program.
So for those who don't know about the Rachel program, it's kind of like a computer with a software system that has a curriculum built in. And we started this pilot project at the prison. And it was such a great success that it was then expanded into a primary school. And now we're working with the Ministry of Education and kind of making this part of a wide countrywide expansion. And it's really getting the laptops, the software, and the equipment into the schools for that. So that's kind of one of the biggest projects that our grant funding has been made possible. And this is only possible because of the money, because the continuity of these projects, kind of like Gift of Life has built a beast of its own, right? You know, they get a lot of funding. I mean, you're saving lives, right? And literacy is equally as important because this is the future of these generations. And I think Rachel program is definitely one to keep an eye on and to look out for.
Yeah.
But also to Isani, to add the William Dawson basketball and football tournaments. Rotary has also assisted in sponsorship and support. And so the basketball returns this end of month. Amazingly, we're looking at 30 teams. One of the biggest tournaments at this level. I'm excited about that because a lot of work anyway. But listening to the teams who are reaching out to us, the different neighborhoods, they are waiting for the competition to kick off. At our Rotary Club meeting last night, we had the Minister of Home Affairs and the Commissioner doing presentation on crime and violence and the work of the ministry and the department. Highlighted was these programs, the tournaments, how the work of the LIU and these initiatives have also looked at angles of creating that opportunity, but also that venue for these guys. Instead of shooting at each other, they're playing sports, competing, and of course, getting that way of venting some of their frustration. And all the research are showing basically these are what we're supposed to do. I think one of our Rotarians asked the question about consistency. That has been the challenge over the years, to be consistent. Rotary look at that. Rotary have a platform that looks at supporting consistency. So they're not supporting things that will start today and finish tomorrow. They're looking at what is the plans for the next year, 2, 3, 4 years down the road. And so I'm happy that over the years, Rotary have supported our youth mentorship program, and now these 2 initiatives through the Commissioner's Office of the Police Department. So it's something to look at coming in, our new president to take over in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. I want to touch on the membership of this nonprofit organization because, as you mentioned, the Rotary has been around for decades, but it has a small membership, so to speak. Why is that? Is it because it's very particular with the selection of people that's a part of the organization? Can we talk about that?
So the Rotary Club of Belize is actually one of the larger ones. This is a voluntary organization. Yes, we're under the Rotary International branch, and under the Rotary International we have districts, right? So we're District 4250, which includes Guatemala, Honduras, and all the Belize clubs. And then respectively, we each have our own clubs or are regulated by our four-way test and things like that. But 50 is a big number. I mean, the dues are very important, being able to pay your monthly dues, which aren't cheap. And part of it goes back, and Dougie knows, but part of it goes back into these different projects like polio awareness. We're, I think, 100% Paul Harris, which is a very high recognition for our members. And we are looking for people that aren't just kind of come and say, okay, I'm a Rotarian. You know, you have to be a Rotarian, which is to give back. It's waking up at 7 in the morning, coming to these shows, going out on a Sunday, unpacking the container that was donated from the US, and putting those into storage. That doesn't get highlighted, right? The sweat and tears that go behind hugging the families that are going through the surgery of their baby, housing one of these people. So we all as Rotarians don't necessarily have to give back in the same way, but we all give back to these causes, and that's the true Rotarian.
And to add on, Rotarians are community leaders, business owners, professionals. I think in terms of the founder, Mr. Paul Harris, when he came up with the concept, was looking at persons who really want to give back to their community. So it wasn't just to see that we want any person, but what you can give back to your community as a leader. And so we look for leaders, leadership skills, leadership potential of persons. It's not just going to sit down and meeting and us, just that.
Yeah.
It's to come and what can you do, what can you give, how can you bring us together to see that we will do something positive for our community. So it's service above self, service to others, and that's important to continue. When the whole concept of Rotary started, it was these men meeting together, discussing and finding ways that how they can build their communities. And I meet the Isani House this week, next week the Year House, and so the rotation of it started, which built the name Rotary. And it's very important that people realize that after 1905, when Paul Harris started it, so many years later, 1.5 million Rotarians across this world is what works and continue the global work of Rotary.
Yes, yes.
It's an interesting history.
It is, it is. I was actually intrigued about that. But I want to get back to the fundraising that is taking place. Let's remind our viewers of the price of this ticket, of course the deadline for the actual raffle, and what they're actually supporting when they purchase this ticket.
Yeah, well, it's $100 per ticket. There's only 1,000 tickets. You can WhatsApp any of our numbers on screen. We're pretty fast in responding. What that entails is you do an online transfer or a bank deposit. You send a picture of your receipt with the name, phone number, and address that you want on your ticket. We write it in. We send you a picture of what that ticket stub is, and we ensure that all those ticket stubs go into the barrel. Again, I said the auditor checks those stubs, so all 1,000 stubs get in there. We have the Digi Wallet, or you can purchase at Woodstop in Belmopan, and any Rotarian in Belize City. So, I mean, we're pretty much working with all our Rotary clubs as well. They'll find someone who knows someone to get you that ticket. You win a 2024 Ford Ranger XL 4x4. And at the end of the day, this money goes towards amazing causes. I mean, we had the Gift of Life, which is, you know, one of our flagship projects. We had over 100 children that benefited this year through the clinics that were done by the
visiting
doctors that come in.
doctors. Yeah.
That's just this year, right? We had, I think, 15 of those children were sent abroad for surgeries, life-changing surgeries. And we're also working with KHMH, and I think it's WBB, in training someone to do the cath machine. And I may be saying that there's some technical words in there, but there's a machine that does the heart exam, and this is a lady who's being trained, and so now we'll have this person in country all year round. So it's really now moving beyond when these doctors come in for these clinics, and I think that's just an amazing like reason to buy another ticket.
Yeah.
When you think of Rotary's Gift of Life program, you can't help but think of the dedication that someone like Yvette Burks has. She's an ambassador for Rotary Gift of Life, because at least from our end, when we cover these stories, you know, she is not necessarily always front and center, but she's always a moving hand behind getting the doctors, getting the families, and, you know, making sure that the procedures are successful and all of these other things.
And again, we're all volunteers. As I said, like these projects, these programs happen because people that are behind the scenes, the logistics of getting the wheelchairs here and distributing them and getting them to all the different locations, sponsorships, you know, it costs money to get the stuff here. So we're always having people behind the scenes that are just pushing and pushing and pushing. I call it a well-oiled machinery.
Yes.
No better description.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'll ask for your final words as we wrap up this segment. What's your final words to the viewers?
I just want to, again, recognize all our Rotarians across the country, especially our Rotary Club of Belize. I want to say big respect to our district governor, Mrs. Maria Price. She is representing our country and representing our club really internationally. I want to say also recognition to our present president, Ms. Catherine Meehan. Although she's phasing out slowly of her term, she has been doing a great job over this year under her Rotary year, and then we look forward for incoming president, Mr. Gustavo. All our Rotarians continue to do what we do best to serve our communities, and of course I again encourage the listening and viewing audience to please support our truck raffle. It's only $100. Yeah, a song like that, but it makes a big difference when you support our initiative.
Yeah, for me, I'd just like to add that if you've seen this program today and we've touched your little heart and you want to donate more than the $100, please let us know. Choose a cause that maybe you're passionate about, or you know someone that's benefited. Like if you're a business or an individual, we will make that money go to such amazing use. So if money's always welcomed.
Yes. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for stopping by, and we can't wait to see who drives away with this new truck.
Maybe
June 16th.
Or maybe it's me.
I gotta get in it to win it. So.
Maybe it's me. All right, we're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, it's all about learning this summer with Marlena's Training Center.